Wow. My daughter says, I told my daughter there was a time we didn't have internet. She goes, what did you do? So we chopped wood and killed animals. Told stories around the campfire as a little kid. Had candles. Prehistoric days. No internet, no iPhone, no I don't like iPhone to this day anyway. But no iPods. I think apples belong in pies. I don't think I want a phone that rings, not a phone that sings. Anyway, so she sent me this cassette tape copy of the Quran, Arabic and English. Put the first cassette tape in my player. Heard something amazing. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط عليهم ولا And I heard the English too. I wasn't one of those, I had to know what I was listening to. I was not one of the people that would just listen to it and not, just go through it and not understand it. I had to understand everything. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of everything that exists. First of all, it starts off with the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, right? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. And some people used to tell me that Muhammad wrote the Quran. You guys must have heard that too, right?
Yeah.
Why would you write something and start it off in the name of someone else? If you wrote a book, why would you say like someone else wrote it? Would you say I wrote it? And I get all the money, right? That doesn't make sense. Why would you write? First of all, I heard that Muhammad couldn't write, which is pretty accurate. Then I heard that he wrote the Quran. That doesn't make any sense. How can it be like that? Either he can write or he can't write, first of all. And if he did write the Quran, why did he start it off in the name of Allah? Then he said, all praise is due to Allah. Now you don't even praise yourself in your own book. If you write, like Gaddafi wrote a book, remember that? That's the green book. All he did was praise himself in that book. He's dead now, anyway. That's what you do in your book. I mean, if you're not sincere, that is, you write a book, praise yourself. I'm right. Everyone else is wrong. I'm right because I wrote a book. Muhammad did not write the Quran. Right? He didn't praise himself. In fact, he was corrected in the Quran. Why would you correct yourself in your own book? Especially with a blind guy. You know that story?
Yeah.
The blind guy, comes up to Muhammad and he wants to learn about Islam. What did Muhammad do? He frowned, right? He not messenger of Allah. He frowned. He was corrected in that book. Now the blind guy didn't see him do that. You would not have to be corrected in front of someone who can't see you. You guys need to think about things like that for a minute. But still, Allah corrected him in the Quran. That this person actually was better than the people he was talking to make the long story short. But the blind guy couldn't see him frowning. If he wrote the Quran, he would have just ignored that guy. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Because who's going to tell him anything? What are you going to do? Well, hey, you know what he did? He just frowned at you. You know what? No one did that. So anyway, he didn't write the Quran. There was another verse in that same surah. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask help from. That to me was my declaration of independence. Because how can I worship a God that needs someone else to interpret for me? That doesn't make any sense to me. I I don't need no statues, and I don't need no popes, and I don't need no people. And I respect everyone's faith. Honestly, you have the right to disagree with me. I'm just saying I don't agree in a respectful way. Because you also believe in no compulsion in religion. But I can't understand it, and maybe someone can explain it to me, how it's necessary for me, who was created by Allah, by Himself, without any helper, that He should have a helper listen to me. Would I speak a different language than Him? He made me in the first place. That was my declaration of independence.